أهلنا في فلسطين بكل المساعدات الطبية والغذائية الممكنة. شاركنا في دعم ومساندة أهالي فلسطين من خلال التبرع على الحسابات التالية: كتفنا في كتف أهلنا في فلسطين.
على عهدي على ديني على أرض تلاقيني، أنا لأهلي أنا فديهم، أنا دمي فلسطيني.
Welcome back, and moving on to our second segment for today, talking about social media being a double-edged weapon, especially during such a critical period of time, or especially during wartime. Over the phone, we have engineer Mostafa Metwali. He's a technical expert and digital transformation consultant. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. When we talk about means of social media in general, and of course, it might be of great help, of course, during a wartime or critical periods of time, but again, it is a double-edged weapon when it comes to the credibility, comes to the platforms used by different entities who are really can take control in changing the public opinion in general.
Actually, in the beginning, I'd like to thank you so much that we're having this important topic today. That the technology providers and social media owners are providing their policies. They can enforce the audience on their policies, and that's what we can see right now. The social media platforms are very important now to being used in the right way from the officials and governmental entities. As it is the main source of information right now. So instead of ignoring them or using the traditional communication and mass media ways, we should be able to provide the right reports and facts using these social media. As you can say that it's double-edged weapon or double-edged means, this is truthfully happening. While you are supporting a certain direction, you may be enforced in order to go to the other direction. And that's what we can see while you are speaking about what's happening in Palestine and things like this.
Right, and especially just as you mentioned, of course, many of the countries, basically, or leaderships, they are using this professionally. Yet when it comes to those who are trying to spread false information, talking about means or techniques to control this, and also being keen to provide the real image of all what is going on.
Okay, this is happening from two different directions. The first one is the misinformation and disinformation. And let's differentiate between them. Misinformation may be happening unintendedly. So there's like a wrong information and being widespread. But disinformation is sharing false information in order to provide harm to others. This is from one way. The other way is controlling the algorithm. This means that the reach is being decreased. Let me simplify the word reach. Reach means that the right information reach the right people in the right time. Those who are controlling the social media are controlling the algorithm that reduce the reach for certain topics and increase the reach for certain other topics. That's why they are supporting, for example, the occupying sources rather than the Palestinians. And that's why they are misleading the Western people while disperse the false information.
Right. And when it comes to law in general and how it can protect the rights of people, and how can it protect let's say, just as you mentioned, when it comes to enforcing or changing public opinion, or just trying to provide more false information, taking away the correct image of what is going on. So how far can the law also control this?
Actually, the few coming years should have like different efforts in this part, in the international law of protecting news and protecting facts. because the social media platforms are only controlling this beyond the international laws. It should be like a widespread campaign to boycott these social media platforms at a certain time, to enforce them to adjust their policies. People are the right source of economics to these platforms. But whenever we are using them, we are being misled. So we must control our usage for these platforms and start to make international campaigns to enforce them to provide equality. Let's say that there must be equilibrium while they are sharing news from different perspectives. They must use the laws that protect the right idea that are people sharing.
Talking about also increasing the awareness for users in general, because sometimes even we are increasing or giving more space for those who are trying to control or misleading, just as you mentioned, information during this war time. And also some people, they believe, for example, okay, let's check what they are saying, for example, or something of a sort, even though if I don't believe him, for example, yet I'm giving him more viewing and more space as much, you know. So from here, I'm talking about how far can we work more on the promoting awareness among people, among users, to control this.
All about awareness, as you are saying. We should start like a campaign to inform people don't believe in rumors, even it's being widespread and shared a lot from lots of views. Views are not the only indicator. There must be governmental entities, or let's say that official entities that provide reports on the real time so that people can go for them as a source of information. You should provide alternatives. If we are not providing the right way to provide the information the right time, people will be believing in these rumors. So it should be done in schools, universities, how to control the content over social media by sharing the right information and by reducing these misleading posts, because it's not about having too many likes and sharing. We should be able to differentiate between the right information and the wrong one. And this is like a common practice. It wouldn't come to happen from one day to another evening. It should be taking its time, but it should start.
How do you see so far the role of the social media in general during the war, the Israeli attacks in Gaza?
Sorry, I didn't hear this well.
How do you see the role of the social media so far right now when it comes to Israel attacking Gaza?
Okay, this is a very right question and very wonderful one. You know, the West people are following the Israeli videos, and both the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, are sharing videos and shorts on TikTok, for example, that they are a cute army and they are just taking things for fun and making funny things. This to reprocess the image of their attacks over Gaza. So they are widespreading to the West that we are cute, we are supporting them, we are providing medical aid, but this is not happening on the other side. Also, they are very professional by misleading people, by shooting professional videos and making, okay, we found, for example, these weapons in this hospital. Okay, but there is no investigation or international investigation in this. And unfortunately, the Western people are being believing in that Israeli has the right to defend themselves blindly. And they are not even condemning their brutal attacks over civilians. And Israeli from day one are brilliant as a part of propaganda. And using the social media, now they are using it as a weapon. And on all days, they were just widespreading rumors. But now they are, let's say, controlling the Western public opinion by misleading videos and shorts and things like this.
So I will consider it as a different kind of war. The war of the new century, because confronting these virtual sites and the words spreading very, very fast. I think this is another word that we need all of us to work on, and each one must play a crucial role in this.
Sure, and actually it may even ruin economics. In the stock market, for example, if you just widespread the rumor, the stock may be falling down. So the Israeli people knew this type of weapon, and actually they may building it from all days so that they can reach each house and each home, and they can reach minds of young people and mislead them on the long term. It's not about today. For example, they are building from different years ago that we are cute as Israeli people and army, so you can live all over together in peace and things like that. But still, they are doing brutal attacks. This is a type of new wars actually being used professionally from them.
So what are measures taken against such platforms who are working on spreading such false images and trying to trigger more tension?
Actually, it's all about awareness and providing alternatives. As we spoke in the beginning of this interview, we said that it's like a crisis. We need a crisis management room, for example. Something like this should be done for the social media. So you are providing around the clock the right reports and right facts. Also, you are providing support to how to differentiate between rumors and right information from the officially authenticated entities and governmental entities. And this could be done in collaboration with the influencers. We must use the power of our influencers in the region to widespread the facts. If we have done this, we will make balance in the misleading and misinformation found on the platform. From the other way, we should start going for international laws, how to protect our culture and our national security for the country or the region through the laws that is protecting fake news to be prevented.
So when it comes to people who believe that viewership means, or the percentage of viewership means that the site is authentic, for example, or something of a sort. So do you think that now it is the role of citizens in general, just when they find false information, to have an active role, to just to put down or to write what they know, or to confront such, let's say, images that others are trying to spread that are not real, have nothing to do with reality, for example, or just to ignore it?
They should do both. Actually, some social media platforms are providing something called fact check. This is found on Twitter. They are providing community comments over these news so that they can adjust its credibility. This is for Twitter, for example, because it's now private held for the billionaire Elon Musk. From the other hand, ignoring is not only the weapon should be used, ignoring and sharing the right information. We should do both. And as you say, it's now the role of the people to do this. And let me warn you that for now, you can pay to have your page verified. Now, verification on our verified pages are not credible like old days, because now you can pay and make your page verified, and this may increase the misinformation and misleading.
We can see also users nowadays, when it comes to our targets, for example, youth also are using all means of social media, in a very different way. They are capable of searching, finding out, playing an active role on all platforms. I think this also can help a lot.
Sure. Social media are very important to deliver your voice to others and to have you with a widespread eye on what's going on everywhere around the world. But this should be done with care. And I believe that if the influencers started to provide guidelines how to use it effectively and people are being trained to use it and know how to benefit from it, that would be better. And actually, social media cannot be ignored. It will be lost, and it may overcome traditional media ways or channels. But the integration between traditional TV channels and social media is crucial. And I can say that, for example, Al-Qahira Al-Ikhbariya, this is like a new channel. It's doing this for 1 year right now. It's found on television in multi-languages and found over different social media platforms. And that's what should be done for all over the other media news and channels.
Right, Engineer Mostafa Metwali, technical expert and digital transformation consultant. Thank you very much for joining us. And with this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.